You've downloaded Inheritance Tracks from Saturday Live, from a programme first broadcast in 2016.
Now let's move on and get this week's Inheritance Tracks, because you might think that Ireland's biggest selling solo artist of all time would be Sinead O'Connor, but actually it's Enya. In fact, she's the wealthiest woman in British and Irish music. Born in County Donegal in 1961, Enya formed a long and successful musical partnership with Nicky and Roma Ryan. Her first commission was to write a score for Sir David Putnam for his film The Frog Prince. Enya's second album, Watermark, with a hit single Orinoco Flow, spent 3 weeks at number 1 in 1988, and she went on to sell, wait for it, 75 million singles and albums, and these are her inheritance tracks.
The track I inherited was by Claude Debussy, the Nocturne, Nuage. It is actually from my music teacher. It was the first time I was being taught music as a subject at boarding school, and I had a great fascination to music. So I was listening to the obvious classical composers, but there was this one day where the music teacher came in and she said, I have a different composer for you to listen to today. And it's a very different way you're going to listen to this piece of music. So I was quite intrigued. And then she said, he is what was known as an impressionist. And she said he's very descriptive. It's called nuage, clouds in French. And then she said, you have to close your eyes to listen to this piece of music. And I closed my eyes and I saw clouds. And it was so fascinating for me to listen to a piece of music which could be visual as well. To me, music was of performing. You know, I'd learned music at a young age. I was on stage when I was 3.5 years of age, and, you know, in singing competitions from 4 years onwards. So this time, you kind of listened to the music and it took you on a journey. I come from a big family. I have 4 brothers, 4 sisters, and it's very difficult to hear your own voice. So when we were asked a question, I never got to answer the question. But on going to boarding school at 12 years of age and being asked questions for the first time, and I was the one who got to answer it, that was very, very important to me. Made me incredibly independent at that age, and I still have kept that with me to this day. To me, when I listen to Nuage, it's still like the first time I've heard it. I still close my eyes. I have that imagery that I saw first of all. And I know it has been a huge influence on me musically, because the first melody I ever wrote was an instrumental piece, and the first remark that was made to my music was, "This is very visual." The track I would like to pass on is Orinoco Flow, written by me and Roma Ryan and Nicky Ryan.
Let me sing it, let me sing it, let the Orinoco flow, let me reach, let me beach, the shores of Tripoli.
In 1988, if you listen to the radio, there wasn't another song like Orinoco Flow. And what I feel I would like to pass on is it is possible to be successful with something that is different. I didn't know how the compositions would progress. I felt it was important to have great freedom in writing whatever I felt I wanted to write. So if I wrote a song in Latin or Gaelic, an instrumental song, it felt right to me. Who was going to listen to it was something I didn't think about. Nicky Ryan had this idea to use my voice as an instrument and to sing so many times the same part in real time. And then to do spontaneous harmony and to build up on the harmony. It's kind of a wall of voice sound that he wanted to create. His influences were Phil Spector, the Beach Boys. It's a very slow process, but it's so exciting because each time I record this way, it's very different. It's an outward traveling sort of song where you travel around the world. Now, whether it's physically or it's more imaginary really in the song, but take that moment, enjoy it, sail away, go around the world. And I think people enjoy that positive feeling in the song. I love to travel because to me it's an inspiration. It could be a moment, a landscape. It could even be a person I met or a story I heard. And I'm very fortunate with my work that I get to travel. And I've been to so many places that would not have been holiday destinations as such, you know, to Korea, to Taiwan. Coming from the northwest of Ireland, speaking Gaelic as my first language, I'm very aware of culture in Ireland, so I can't but help compare it. And it is so vastly different in so many countries. It's a fascination I have. What I hear with the listener is that they listen to the music firstly, they enjoy the song, but then they interpret their own emotions to the song. And then it becomes their song. It's very personal to them then.
That was Inheritance Tracks from Saturday Live, from a programme first broadcast in 2016.